It all starts right here. This is the step where I go out and I engage an individual. How you doing, sir? Talk to them about how the Baltimore station can help them change their life. I'm here to do one thing. It's here to help people. I try to be that person that they can connect with, because my story is like their story. I stopped by to see if I could help you.
I'm proud to say I'm a United States Marine. After the service, I kind of went astray. The drugs took me over. They controlled me. I couldn't control it no longer. I lived in abandoned houses, and I lived that way for years.
I was homeless before. I was addicted to substance abuse.
As a veteran of the United States Navy, I was flung back into society and was unemployed, had substance abuse issues along with mental health issues.
Life was terrible before the station. Spending time on people's sofas, living outside all night, using constantly. My family basically almost disowned me for a while until I decided to get my life back together. Friends, I had no friends except for friends that were doing what I was doing.
I didn't know that he was getting high when I met him. I didn't find out that's about maybe a year or two later.
Baltimore Station is a residential treatment program for homeless veterans. We work with the men that come into the program to reestablish their lives. While they're with us, they're going through substance use disorder treatment in a specialized plan that really meets them where they are. During this time, they're getting their lives back together, taking care of their health and mental health needs. They're also looking for employment and looking to establish where their permanent residency is going to be. And during that time, each man works with the individualized case manager and establishes a plan to work toward their goals.
Every case manager here loves what they do. We love the work, we love the men. It takes a special kind of person to work with people and hold hope. So we hold hope for people until they can hold it for themselves.
I came into Baltimore Station just like the average client. I didn't know which way to go. I definitely didn't know I was going to be an outreach coordinator when I walked through the door.
Well, after years and years of drug abuse, I went to the VA, and he sent me down to Baltimore Station and said that they would help me.
The most rewarding part of working here is that I'm able to be a productive member of my community, also being able to serve those that are underserved.
I found one of the benefits of having a mental health clinician on site is being able to observe the clients on a daily basis in different environments.
Their time here looks more like a college curriculum where you have mandatory classes and you have elective series. And the mandatory classes really get to the psychoeducation, get to the substance use disorder, get to some of the mental health things that need to be fixed. If you are taking out the drugs and the negative influences, the elective series really puts joy back into your life. And when you look at the elective series here at the Baltimore Station, we have things like art classes, Tai Chi, drama classes. There are a variety of things that change pretty much every 8 weeks. A space where you can find and explore things that feed your soul, in addition to working on a lot of the other things you have to do.
Some of the challenges that I observe and hear from the guys are the environments, of course, that they go back into, interactions with old friends, but especially for those who are returning maybe from incarceration or from a controlled environment such as the military, is making decisions on a daily basis, the day-to-day decisions that we all have to face, and making them for themselves. The Baltimore Station addresses those challenges by going out into different environments and practicing. Doing our group settings, role plays within groups, and in individual therapy sessions to practice before going back out into the community.
I lead a session called Good Grief. We are all grieving something, and a lot of times we don't think we're grieving when we're angry, because with grief comes anger. Sometimes we're bitter. That deals with grief as well. We're in denial. We're bargaining. So we're doing a variety of things to cope with our grief, and we don't sometimes recognize that we are grieving. So we're going out to use because I want to feel better, because grief makes me sad. And this group is all about learning how to deal with your feelings. We've got all of these logos, Army Strong and the Few, the Proud, the Marines. So everything in here is centered around being strong and being fearless. And these guys get to let go, and they get to be honest, and they get to be just themselves.
It was the best move of my life coming to Baltimore Station. We have a saying that we turn lives around. Well, they turned mine around because I was really like a hopeless, pretty much hopeless case. I did what they told me. Come to meetings, talk to the counselors, talk to the residents, and just stay connected.
Programs taught me how to straighten my life out completely. Being at the station gave me better knowledge and gave me the ability to straighten my life out and put things back together.
Baltimore Station taught me how to be self-sufficient. It taught me how to have patience.
The program here at the Baltimore Station taught me that personal responsibility is key if I was to excel in the community.
We have a longer period of time to work with the men coming into the program than most residential treatment facilities. We're not operating on a 30, 60, or 90-day schedule. We really are adapting to the needs of the veteran we serve. It might take someone longer than 90 days to put their life back together when they've had 16, 20, or 30 years of being on the streets and not being able to connect in any sort of reality.
It's great to see them when they're moving out and they've made progress and their lives are in order. It's a wonderful thing.
The most rewarding part of my job is seeing the individual a year or 2 years later, and they're still living a clean and sober life.
I see the true meaning of hope. I've seen so many people come through the doors of the station. I've seen them come to all ages, all conditions, but through it all, in every case, I see hope. Why? Because the staff and all of the individuals, the volunteers, I know what they bring to the table on the behalf of the individuals to help them gain control of everything that they've lost control of.
When somebody gets housing and they've been homeless for a long time, that's success. When somebody tells me that I've been using drugs for 30 years and you know what, I've been drug-free for a year, that's success. So we celebrate the small stuff so that it becomes bigger stuff.
Without Baltimore Station, if I was still using, I would probably be dead.
I would probably be dead if it wasn't for the Baltimore Station. The station has given me a lot. I've managed to get married, buy a home.
I'm so grateful to the Baltimore Station. Him having this place has been awesome.
I can't name the amount of respect and love that I have for this place because it saved my life.
Because I believe if I can change, there's hope for anyone. And I'm not the person to talk about I can't. I'm the person that you talk about how you can and how you will.